What's up, guys? It's Azrin here, and we are back with our post-draft analysis. I know I do a lot of post-draft analysis, but this one I'm pretty sure I'm gonna actually follow this league into fruition because this is the TISA Season 3 post-draft analysis. So, I start off with my mascot, also a Z-Move user of mine, my Zapdos. Now, Zapdos is a great mon to start the draft off with. It's immediately a ground resist. It's immediately a Volt Switcher, so I can start my Volt Turn Core. It is bulky. It can work as a Fizz Def or defensive mon, or it could even work as a special attacker. I love Zapdos. It is my favorite Pokemon. It is because it's very good and its design is awesome. Basically, this is probably going to be one of my main hazard removers in Defog. It has Discharge for para, Thunderbolt if you want to go more offensive, Heat Wave for coverage, Roost, Toxic. It even can run niche sets. It can run U-Turn if a team has like a lot of ground mons on it. It has Ancient Power. It can learn Charge Beam, Agility, Baton Pass, Extra Sensory. I don't know. So this is a very diverse Pokemon, very diverse, but probably it's going to be more of a utility defog set. So we'll see where that goes from there. Yeah, so the second one I wanted to draft was, I need my Steel type immediately, because usually I'm very poor on choosing steals. If it's not like a Magnezone or something like that in my draft, I'm usually very poor and get a steal that's subpar. So I'm going to immediately come out with the Heatran. Complementing my Zapdos' immunity to ground, Heatran has a 4 times weakness to ground and has a weakness to fighting, which Zapdos can also tank. This is part of my defensive core that I'm going to run a little bit of a defensive core here. Heatran is great, 130 base special attack, so it can run more than just a defensive set. It can run Scarf, it can't run Bloom Doom, but it can still run like Magma Storm, Power Herb, Solar Beam, which was back in Oras before Z-moves were introduced. 77 speed is not too bad, but it also shines Spadef wise. It's got a lot of moves, Lava Plume for burning, Taunt. It's my first rocker. Magma Storm, Earth Power, what other moves do we have here for Heatran, if it'll ever show me? Yep, Magma Storm, basically, Lava Plume, Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, Dark Pulse if I really wanted, Earth Power, Taunt, Toxic, Protect, Stealth Rocks. Though that's probably what I'm going to be using Heatran the most for. Overheat if I wanted some extra damage. But other than that, let's move on to the next Pokemon drafted. Now, I was trying to not just have Zapdos as my only hazard remove entry, because what I noticed in my last draft for Season 2, I relied heavily on Golbat. To defog, and I was just fortunate that my opponents didn't really bring too much to punish Golbat. But just in case they do, I want to have a second hazard remover, a different one too. So I decided to draft a spinner in Starmie. I love Starmie. Once again, it has a great speed tier in base 115. Speed tier just outspeeds like the base 110 Lottie's, Thundurus, Superior. Hits hard with like Life Orb Analytic, Hydro Pumps, Psyshock, and all that. And then it can run defensive things like Reflect type, actually. Reflect type is on here somewhere. Reflect type is there, yep. It has Rapid Spin, which is its main usage, but it can also run be Reflect type, bulky, Scald. Of course, Scald is just OP because, it always burns when you need it to. Hydro does a fuck ton of damage, Psyshock, Power Gem for coverage, Thunderbolt. It even can run like niche sets, actually. Niche sets like Gravity. Gravity is honestly an interesting thought because Gravity lowers evasiveness and grounds everybody, which you'll see later why I mentioned that. But you can run like Gravity, Thunder, Hydro Pump, Blizzard. So then it hits even harder. It hits even harder, but those moves don't miss in Gravity. So, with that, now I need to draft a backup Steel and a Fairy type, because once again, also, along with Steel and Fairy, Along with steel, fairies also typically I draft a subpar fairy also in my draft stats. Once again, it didn't apply for season 2 because I had Mega Altaria and it was my Mega. So, but now I've got a solid Fairy Steel. Like Fairy Steel is the best typing in the game. Klefki's Prankster is amazing. I've got now a Spike Setter and a Rocker. I've got a Priority T-Wave user. Klefki learns Magnemize so it can neutralize like ground types, like things choice locked into ground type moves. Has Draining Kiss, Calm Mind if I wanted to go for game with Klefki. It has Heal Block to prevent like stally Pokemon from recovering. I can go like Heal Block Toxic. It also has this cool move called Fairy Lock, which I honestly could use. Like honestly, if I use what Fairy Lock does is it traps the opponent in for 1 turn after it's used. So like if I'm on the brink of death with my Klefki, I can click Fairy Lock. And what you call it, then he's trapped in the next turn. So I don't know, like maybe if he brings in like a grass type, I don't know, like a Bulu or something like that, and then I can set up with Haxorus because he can't switch out with my 1 Dragon Dance and then I win or something like that. Oh, spoilers, I drafted a Haxorus. Another thing that Klefki's mainly known for is screens. Screens are good, but yeah, Klefki, you never know what it can do. Torment, Toxic, Thunder Wave, so much to take advantage of Prankster. It could even be like Sleep Talk, Draining Kiss if I wanted it to, because Rest Talk is priority, so it's got a lot. It's got a lot on its plate. So this is going to be like my Lottie resist. This is gonna be, yeah, basically it's gonna be a Lottie resist. It's a nice Weavile resist because Weavile is fucking scary. This is good to like take on Terrakion and stuff like that. Tapu Bulu, like I said, doesn't really do too much to it. So now we'll switch in our next mon, which is another hazard user but another ground immunity, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is better than Nidoking because of its bulk. In draft format, the bulk is a lot better than the speed tiering. So Nidoking gets rocked, it gets Toxic Spike, so now I'm not just restricted to Heatran being my rocker. Nidoqueen has an insanely ridiculous move pool. Most of the times I will run Sheer Force, but sometimes maybe if I just want to run a defensive Poison Point, I could. It's got so many coverage moves. Like Nidoqueen, you don't even need to talk about coverage moves. Aqua Tail, like the beams basically. The Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Blizzard Thunder. Like, but on the physical side is Aqua Tail, Earthquake. It's even got Counter, Crunch. Jesus Christ, Dragon Pulse if I really wanted, Dynamic Punch if I was like feeling it, Fire Punch if I wanted to go more physical oriented, Focus Punch. But yeah, mostly Nidoqueen will have 1 hazard on it, and then it'll have like 3 attacks, maybe one of its stabs in Earth Power or Sludge Wave. For the most part, it's going to be like, you know, an offensive yet bulky, like a tanky hazard setter with some nice offensive presence. So now we move on to one of the All-Stars from last year. I drafted one of my All-Stars from last year, and that would be, ladies and gentlemen, my Dugtrio, because I still need a little bit of insurance with trapping. Also, Dugtrio has a nice speed tier in 120 to outrun a lot of things. Dugtrio is great because, you know, just Earthquake, the Earthquake buff because of his attack buff is insane. It's usually going to be Focus Sash, but I can run Band, I can run Life Orb. But Dugtrio also learns Rocks once again. I can do like Endure Reversal, as you've seen. I can go with Memento to like set up into something. Rock Tomb to slow something down before I go down. Dugtrio is very useful and is going to trap threats, and it lets me build more freely, so then I can build without having to worry about one mon on my opponent's team, knowing that Dugtrio will be able to deal with that mon. Like if there's a Victini on the field, I don't have to like build around it. I don't have to build like a Heatran with like Shucca Berry in case the Victini has like HP ground or something like that, because I know that I'll just play around it and get Dugtrio in on that Victini so that I can trap it and kill it. So moving on now. Oh wait, no. Remember when I mentioned Starmie? Now I kind of like ran into this trick in Monotype when I was facing a ground mono, where there was a Gravity Landorus Eye, then he switched into his Dugtrio and proceeded to sweep my team with like banded EQs, because or banned yet, like with like EQ, because I couldn't switch out on my like Celesteela. Anyway, beside the point, in Gravity, Dugtrio traps everything. Think about that. Flying mons aren't safe, levitate mons are safe. So imagine like clicking Gravity with Starmie, and then like trapping a Rotom Wash or something like that. Trapping a Zapdos, if trapping, like I said, Celesteela. Trapping a Skarmory, even though Skarmory wouldn't take too much damage from Dugtrio, but you get the point. Like Dugtrio would get even more chip off damage and has more opportunities to hurt my opponent's team via trapping, because trapping is just so great. Anyways, moving on, we've got Haxorus now. Like I said, this is probably going to be my setup sweeper. This is going to take advantage of my Dugtrio's mementoing. This is going to take advantage of Klefki's screening. It has Swords Dance and Dragon Dance, so depending on my opponent's team, if it's a bulkier team, I run SD. If it's a faster team, I run Dragon Dance. Coverage moves, not lacking Aqua Tail, Brick Break, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Outrage, Poison Jab, Superpower. Like, it's all here. Iron Tail if I wanted, Low Kick, maybe Payback, but that's kind of productive. Rock Tomb, no Stone Edge, but still, Haxorus is X-Scissor, maybe? Like, Haxorus has a crazy good move pool, and it's coming off of a crazy amount of attack. 147 attack is ridiculous, and 97 speed is actually pretty good as well. And its defenses aren't trash. 76, 90, 70 is like, it can live like a lot of things. Like, most neutral hits are not gonna OHKO it, so it can set up and like win. So there's my strong physical attacker, but now I go to my Mega here, Gardevoir Mega Formation. I chose Gardevoir because it has a nice ability in Trace. Like, I can trace like Sand Rush, Excadrills. Trace is just so handy in general. Like, it's so handy. Trace, you never know when it's going to come in clutch. I could run Synchronize too if I wanted to, but I'm probably going to run Trace mostly before Mega Evolution. And then got Gardevoir with Pixelate Hyper Voice. No switch-ins to base 165 Pixelate Hyper Voice, and it's bulky as shit on the Spadef side, so I can run like a Spadef Wish Protect Will-O-Wisp set. Like, Gardevoir has a lot of utility, more than just a physical attacker. I can run Trick Room on this thing, but other things, Confuse Ray, I'm probably not going to run much. Destiny Bond is something that I could definitely run. It has Shadow Sneak at priority, so faster mons that are really low that my opponent will think they're in the clear, but they won't. I could run Hypnosis, Dream Eater if I really wanted to. It has Energy Ball, has Shadow Ball, Psychic, Psyshock, Focus Blast, even though, I'm never going to hit with Focus Blast. It has Imprison if I wanted to. And it also has Healing Wish. Healing Wish allows one of my mons to get a second chance, which is, I love that. I love Insurance, like, when it comes to, like, playing Pokemon. Insurance comes in the form of trapping something because you're guaranteed for it to not switch out. Insurance comes in the form of, at least Haxorus will have two attempts to set up and sweep, but via Healing Wish. I really like Insurance on my draft team. Although this is a little bit more offensive, and I'm going to have to play a more offensive style this season than I did last season, I still have my safety in check, my safety belt in check. Now we move on to my Z-Move user. My Z-Move user is Tornadus. Tornadus Incarnate Form. It has a great speed tier in 111, able to outspeed the Lotties, the Mega Diancies, speed tie with Thundurus, and Tornadus is hella diverse. Like, a Z-Move user should be like fast and hit hard, and it does with 115 and 125 attack and special attack respectively. It's got Acrobatics on the physical side, Hurricane on the special side. I don't know if it has Focus Blast. It has Focus Blast on the special side for fighting. It has Brick Break, and I think it has Hammer Arm also. Got Dark Pulse, U-Turn, Knockoff, Sludge Bomb. Like, who knows what Z-move I could use? I could use like Acid Downpour, Sludge Bomb, Z-Sludge Bomb. I could use Supersonic Sky Strike, Hurricane. I could even use Savage Spin Out like U-Turn. So like if there's Savage Spin Out U-Turn if I really wanted to. What other crazy moves does this thing have? Grass Knot for like bulky water grasses, Psychic for like a Toxapex, Iron Tail for those pesky fairies, Sludge Wave instead of Sludge Bomb. It also has Prankster, so I can abuse things like Tailwind. I can have Tailwind on this thing. I can have priority sub, priority toxic. You never know when those things will come in handy. Priority rain dance, I don't know, I might use it. Who knows? Who knows? So, yep, hammer arms right here. Foul play if I really wanted to. Z fly. Possibilities are endless for this Z move mon. All I know is this thing is fast, it hits hard, and my opponent will not know what the fuck I'm doing with it. I can run Defiant also to get +2 when like an Intimidator comes in, so then I'll get a +1 net value. So yeah, 2 more mons to go. I know it's a little long, but now we've got Buzzwole. Buzzwole, big defensive mon here. Like Buzzwole is not like a defensive mon by nature, like it doesn't have Roost or protect leftovers like Zapdos and Heatran, but it's just natural bulk makes it actually a good defensive mon, and its attack is crazy. I could run Scarf on this, I could run Sub, because like most physical attackers like Landorus, if you're not running Stone Edge, like, oh, help, because I'm going to get a Sub up. Buzzwole has good moves in Sub, like I said, Bulk Up, Focus Punch, Sub Punch, Leech Life to get recovery back, Poison Jab, Ice Punch, Superpower. What other things are there? Yeah, Dynamic Punch if I'm feeling it, Hammer Arm in a Trick Room setting, for example. Yeah, and wait, Buzzwole gets Roost. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Buzzwole gets Roost. I didn't even know that. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. Yeah. Good luck to everybody, because Buzzwole gets Roost. I did not know that. And then with Beast Boost running around, holy shit, he can get stronger and stronger attack-wise, or he can get bulkier and bulkier on the physical side. You never fucking know with this mon. Like, this is one hell of a mon. And now, finally, I've got the finishing touch to my Firewater Grass Core, because I already finished my Fairy Steel Dragon Core earlier, but now this is the finishing touch to my Firewater Grass Core, and it's Roserade, a nice, decently fast mon with decent special attack. It's like offensive. I love Roserade. It's a really cool Pokemon. I like its design. Grass Poison. I need Grass for like strong Leaf Storms. Grass is important because you need like a Spore tanker, a Leech Seed tanker, somebody to take the Spore and Leech Seed. Someone to take a Sun Spore even. Roserade's Natural Cure actually allows it to have a defensive niche. It could be a Spadef set with like Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, Synthesis Attack, or something like that, or it could just go fully offensive. And with Technician, it's good. It'll power up HP Ices. It'll power up HP Fires. So I can run like Magical Leaf, Leaf Storm, Sludge Bomb, and then HP something, which is going to be Technician boosted. Or I could just run like Spike's Lead Roserade. Spike's Lead, Spikes or Toxic Spikes, very, very critical on Roserade. Once again, I am not short of hazards this battle. Like in my last draft, I guess I relied heavily on trapping so much. I relied on trapping so much that I didn't need hazards, because the Pokemon that I wanted to kill I were going to kill anyway. And since I only have one like trapper per se in this draft, aka my Dougie, which is still my best trapper, but still, now that I have so many hazard setters, like, it doesn't matter if I trap them, because now when they switch around, they're just going to take hazards on hazards on hazards. Roserade even gets Dazzling Gleam, Extra Sensory, Grass Whistle if you want to put something to bed. Look at all the HPs you can run. Like I said, Ingrain, Leech Seed for defensive, Petal Dance if you really want to hit hard, and not afraid to get locked in. So yeah, Sunny Day Solar Beam ? Venoshock Toxic? I don't know. Possibilities are endless with all my mons. Overall, I think my draft is really good, because I want to try something new. I want to try to go balls to the wall offensive. I have not too many mons. I have not too many mons with like recovery. I drafted Buzzwole not assuming it didn't have recovery, so in my mind I was like the only two mons that I had recovery on my team were honestly Zapdos and Starmie. But now that Buzzwole has Roost, that's another recovery mon. But in my last draft, I guess I had a lot of mons with recovery, like Slowbro, or Slowking, Golbat. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I just felt like my team was bulkier last season than it is now. I can still run Bulkymon, but I am going to be a lot more offensive this season because I want to make some power plays. I want to like get out of my shell of playing it safe in draft format, making the ballsy play, and finally pulling the trigger like I usually do, like when I play other tiers. So that's my draft analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for season 3 because I will be providing coverage for that. I guarantee it. This is not one of those draft leagues where I start and then I never finish, because I actually like this draft league. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.